All right, let's talk about Atypica versus Otter.ai. If you're on a product team, this probably feels like the big showdown, right? The choice you have to make to get insights from your conversations. But what if I told you that whole comparison is, well, just not what you think it is? I get it. You're probably here right now because you're staring at feature lists, trying to figure out which one of these AI tools is going to be the best bet for your team. It's a classic problem, and it can be a real headache. But here's the thing. What if that's the wrong question entirely? Seriously, comparing Atypical to Otter is a little bit like comparing a camera to a telescope. Yeah, they both have lenses, but you would never use one to do the other's job. They're built for completely different things. And that is the big idea we're going to unpack today. All right, so let's get right into it. The whole reason this comparison gets so confusing comes down to two totally different jobs that these AI tools can do: documentation and execution. So on one side, you've got documentation. This is all about capturing what was said in the past. It's like having a perfect, searchable memory for your team. But then on the other side, you've got execution. This isn't about the past at all. It's about creating brand new insights for the future. It's basically your team's research engine. And look, this isn't just a tiny little difference in features. It's what we call a methodological gap. And once you see this gap, the whole versus debate just falls apart. It's the key to understanding everything. One is passively documenting what already happened. The other is actively executing research to find out what should happen next. Okay, this table really lays it all out. Just look at user involvement. With Otter, you are still the one doing the talking, right? You're conducting the interview. With Atypica, the AI is having the conversation for you. Or check out core value. Otter's promise is simple: never lose the details from a meeting. Atypica's promise? Generate brand new insights on demand. See, they're playing on completely different fields. So with that in mind, let's zoom in on Otter.ai for a second. Let's think of it purely as the king of documentation. It is your perfect, flawless meeting memory. And its workflow is just so smooth. It's beautiful, really. It just hooks into your calendar, pops into your Zoom or Teams call, starts transcribing everything as it happens, and then bam, you have a searchable archive of every single conversation. You literally don't have to lift a finger. And it is so good at this one job. I mean, we're talking about more than 95% accuracy on transcriptions, automatic summaries that pop out at the end. Your whole team can jump in and collaborate on the notes. It's an absolute game changer for just getting rid of the distraction of taking notes. But, and this is the big but, here's where we hit the wall. This quote just nails it perfectly. Let's say a product manager has to do 30 user interviews. Otter will be the best scribe you could ever ask for. It'll transcribe everything perfectly. But it's not going to help you find those 30 people. It's not going to schedule the calls. It's not going to conduct the interviews. And it sure isn't going to synthesize all those hours of talk into actual insights. It documents. It doesn't execute. Okay, so now let's hop across that methodological gap to the other side. Let's talk about Atypica. This is not your meaty memory. This is your research engine. And it was built from day one for one thing: execution. Now, to really get why Atypica is such a big deal, you have to remember the absolute pain of traditional research. You know the drill, right? It takes, 2 or 3 weeks just to find people to talk to, then another week or two just to get them on the calendar. Then you've got to spend hours and hours actually doing the interviews. All in all, you're lucky if you get insights in 4 to 6 weeks. So what's Atypical's timeline? Hours. No, that is not a typo. We're talking hours. Because it's not interviewing real people, it's conducting research with AI personas. Atypical basically takes that entire multi-week nightmare and just crushes it down into a single afternoon. What that means in practice is a 90% faster time to insights than the old way. Think about that. You can have an idea over your morning coffee and have real research insights sitting in your inbox before you log off for the day. It's wild. And it's not just about speed. The money part is just as insane. When you get rid of paying for participants, recruitment fees, all those hours of manual work, you're looking at an 85% cost reduction. It completely changes the economics of doing research. And how is this even possible? Well, it's because it has a totally different toolbox. Atypica isn't just listening to your calls, it's executing its own interviews with AI. It has things like a scout agent to pull in behavioral context, an AI sage that automatically synthesizes everything for you. It can even run more than 50 interviews all at the same time. This is literally research at machine scale. Okay, so this all brings us back to the big question. How do you choose? But remember, it's not about one or the other. It's about knowing which job needs to get done. So let's build a really simple playbook for your team. Here's the decision tree. Super simple. Do you need to document your team's meetings or record client calls? That's a job for Otter. Easy. But do you need to validate a few new concepts before you build anything? Do you need to get research done without waiting on recruitment? That's a job for Atypica. One is for capturing the past, the other is for creating the future. But wait, here's the real pro move. The secret weapon. The smartest teams? They're not choosing. They're using both. This is what we call the power combo. Just think about it. You use Atypica at the very beginning for insane speed, screening a bunch of ideas and getting quick feedback. Then, once you know you're onto something, you use Otter to perfectly document those final critical interviews with your real users. It's the best of both worlds. So the workflow looks something like this. Step 1. You explore with Atypica to screen your concepts and kill bad ideas fast. Step 2. You build your prototype based on those AI insights. And then, Step 3. You validate with real users, and you use Otter to capture every last detail. You get speed and exploration up front, and perfect documentation at the end. It's brilliant. So look, if you walk away with just one thing today, let it be this. Otter.ai documents the conversations you're already having. atypica executes the research conversations you wish you had time for. And that really leaves just one big question for you and your team. When you look at how you work today, are you built to document the past, or are you set up to execute the future? The answer to that question will tell you exactly which job needs doing. And now, you know which tool to grab for that job.